In a land far, far away, there lived a miller with his 3 sons. When the miller died, he left his oldest sons the mill, and to his youngest son, he left his cat. His younger son got really upset. Unlike his brothers, it was almost impossible for him to get by with the will he had got. He looked at the cat and said to himself, "What can you do with a cat? You can't even eat it." But suddenly, something very unexpected happened. The cat answered back.
"You're awfully wrong about me, sir. I can be much more valuable to you than you think."
The young man was stunned to see the cat talking. He asked, stuttering,
What do you mean you can talk?
"If you bring me an empty sack, a hat, and a pair of boots, I will show you how."
With his surprise wearing off, the young man thought to himself, if this cat can talk, he sure might know something.
Okay, I'll get your stuff.
Young man brought everything the cat had asked for. The cat put the hat on, put his boots on, went to the mirror and looked at himself with pose, then put a bunch of lettuce along with 1 carrot in a sack and took off. When in the wood, he opened the sack and put it on the floor. Not long after, noticing the fresh aroma of the vegetables, a bunny rabbit appeared. In order to eat the lettuce and carrot, the bunny rabbit entered the sack. The cat then quickly ran to the sack, tightly tied it up, and trapped the bunny rabbit in there. Instead of taking the bunny rabbit to its owner, he took it to the castle and told the guards that he'd like to see the king. Seeing a talking cat that's wearing a hat and boots, the guards quickly took him to the king's presence.
"Mighty lord, I present you the gift of the Prince of Carabas. My master, the Prince of Carabas, has caught this bunny rabbit for you just now."
The king was very impressed with this gift. For a very long time, Puss in Boots continued on bringing animals that he caught for the king. And soon after, everybody in the kingdom began to talk about the prince's generosity and wealth. Each passing day, the king's curiosity grew, and so one day he asked Puss in Boots,
"Is your highness young?
"Oh, young and very handsome indeed."
Is he rich?"
"Very rich, your highness. He would be honored to welcome you in his castle."
At last, the king and queen were very happy to hear that they were going to meet this very handsome prince.
"He will be the perfect husband for our daughter,"
said the queen. A few days later, Puss in Boots found out that the king and queen were out on the town with their daughter.
"This is the day I've been waiting for."
He ran straight to his owner.
"Sir, we have to go to the riverbank right away. Follow me quickly."
The young man did not understand what was going on, but he did, as he was told.
Where are they?
"To swim, sir."
With his new clothes, the young man looked just like a real prince. When he was walking towards the king's carriage, the princess and the queen were watching him. The young man came next to the king and bowed before him.
I can't wait to see the princess. Nice to meet you, Mr. King.